Welcome to 50-minute mentoring number 47. And I had the best week ever last week. And it brought me to the decision to share with you the reason behind it. And the reason behind it is what I'm going to show you is a story of I used to do a story of a trade. I used to develop a trade and expose you what happened before, through. And the story of this week basically means of two trades that I did on different stocks that actually responsible for 30% of the best week ever. So before we're gonna jump into every preparation, doesn't matter if you look for a specific stock, secondary momentum, whatever, you need to look for something. There is supposed to be a reason why you are focusing in that stock, because if not, there's no point, you know, spending the time and actually looking for that stock. So you need to look for the fundamental. You need to see some catalyst, technical analysis, market action, of course, VIX, and definitely a lot of patience, because again, there's supposed to be a catalyst. If it's earning, whatever, report, pre-earning, that will actually do something, but sometimes it's not coming immediately. So definitely you need to be patient. We're going to talk about the first trade. And forgot to put it's DKS. Getting to know regarding fundamental is getting to know which type of stock are you. Now it doesn't matter if it was on the best trade or not. You need to know the ATR. ATR is basically the guts of the stock. How much? Because it actually has some influence about your partials, your stop, and exactly like this, the average daily volume. It's something that definitely need to, because you need to know if a lot of people also see that, and the hour volume is actually reflect that. It's regarding. Here it was something really tricky that can actually go both ways. There was a big float of shorts. Now this can be a good, and you can see that when I started my relationship with the stock, it started with a loss and barely profit on the second trade. Okay, why? Because there was a lot of short flow there, so lots of people are in the short position. But see the other one, institutional ownership 110. How can it be? Lots of institutions are on the long side, but also on the part of the short. So definitely there is something to look for. Regarding to trading plan, guys, and that's actually serve when you actually have a journal and you know what is your best setups, and the reason, for example, is the quality of those trades, and they responsible to 40% is sizing. And sizing is coming not from out of space and just because I want to, jeopardize my P&L. No way. It's part of your trading plan, and that means first thing, you have to wait for the right formation. Doesn't matter you're gonna see what I start to see. You still need a trading plan. Trading plan for me is the technical entry, the technical stop. From this, everything line out. Reading the tape, you're gonna see it's actually influence before and through. And also the good preparation, as we know, we start to get to know the stocks, the volume, the ATR, the market. What's the market doing? Is the VIX? And stick to the plan. A lot of times people after they click everything change. I see this with my student. No, if you prepare, I don't think after 1 second things change. Now you need to be patient because two reasons. We talked about waiting for the right formation, but the other thing that you're gonna see, huge success. It doesn't mean that huge success. I'm watching the P&L, even though when I see the process, I know exactly what happened. But when you see the potential and you have to go to those trades, those are trades with edge. And sometimes the way I'm actually dealing with that is just throwing automatic orders. And yeah, sometimes I actually go away, really. Now again, doesn't mean that I'm risking everything. After a while, I can raise my stop to the entry or for something, but definitely if I have the plan, if I have the trading plan, I will stick to this unless I see something different happen. And something happen is pay attention to the change of characters. Change of characters, what does it mean, when you're in the trade? What can happen? You have to see the developing of the trade through the volume, through the R volume. So I'm watching the level 2, how frequently fast are the bid and the ask moving. I'm watching the volume bars. I'm watching the ticker bar. I'm watching everything to see the shape, to see the higher low. That's the thing that actually influenced my decision, taking profit or wait a little bit more. But again, saying everything, you are not jumping. Technical area, daily, weekly, whatever market's great, you need a technical plan because if not, it's not good. And of course, when you have those trades, let them go. Our greatest edge in markets lies in knowing ourselves and how we best process information. And everything that we actually discussed until now, it's from our own perspective. Each one has his own. But getting to know them yourself as a trader will actually lead you to perform your best. And that's what your decision need to be, perform best, not just average, take a few cents and I'm green. Not relevant. When I'm saying getting to know, Finwiz is one of the places. So except institution, short float, ATR, we can see also, I like to see sometimes, the 52 weeks higher low. And basically this is all. I don't want to, over information. So this is DKS again. That's the first day. Yeah. You're gonna see what happened. So basically it started here with the first opportunity because of this one to start the shorts, got out, and then I did a second chance here. And again, on the second chance, when you see those kind of things, under, you want to see the capitulation. Again, in this phase, at that time of the day, has to work immediately. Capitulation, again, I see the volume, but you don't see the reflection in the bars. You see just first bar and then immediately buyer scan with a huge volume. And that's actually, and I loved it. This was the trade, but this was not the big trade. So switch sides because of this volume. And basically what happened was the wet dream of a trader. See what happened? Increasing of the volume. I was watching, look at the tape. Higher low, higher low. Amazing. Now again, this is the closing gap, and usually you think that closing gap, three things can happen, so from here side move, from here good resistance, go back, and reciprocal range, which even more happen here. Only place that could actually did was partial around here, but again, this was a really profitable trade. And I knew that from the daily that was here. 84 is the place when we're actually getting into the gap. So there was a lot of edge. Again, you remember, this is trade with edge. People ask me, what is edge? Edge is you get it in a trade that you can see a movement. Okay? So, after that day, I'm usually looking for definitely momentum for a second day momentum, and I just learn. And again, that was the getting into a gap on 84, and I can't prepare for the trade. I can't prepare because I saw and I knew the institution, and definitely you can see that they actually put their feet in, and that was the high of the previous day. That's exactly where I actually put much more bigger size. And the first place when I actually did some profit was around this level here. I let it break, getting into the gap. I wanted to see what happened, but you can see that there was kind of a side move, and that was from the previous. Sorry, let's go back. It was kind of a side move, and it was amazing trade. So that's kind of show you the previous trade that I did, in 15 minutes, basically. Let the last portion, to do the big job. I was still watching that stock after, but you can see there was nothing to do. Just watching to see if things will change. Before jumping into the second trade, I want to welcome you to my mentoring program, one-on-one. And basically what we are doing there is everything that you saw me doing here on our 15 minutes. We dive into your trading personality, we're building your trading plan, risk management, everything we're doing live between session. We have assignment, we journaled, and we do everything in order to cause you to be a better trader than you are. Second stock, I have kind of a long-term relationship, and through that week, don't think that everything is shine. There was one day I did 3 attempts on that stock, and 3 of them failed. What was very special about that stock is that, just a second. What was special about that stock is this is the ATR relevant volume a little bit after. Not at the same day, but it was almost like 4. It was pretty strong, definitely. And what was amazing about watching is I learned those levels. It was not a lot of, but definitely this was a momentum SIGA. So 1030, 12, and 1480, and you're gonna see that it's pretty important to know because at that day, and again, all the variables start to line up. So 1050 was that level that actually got me to the first entry, and we didn't get into this daily resistance 12. There was a nice retest here, and again, when I actually add here for the more size, I basically raise my stop to this level here. As I was saying to you, I'm putting much more risk, but it's not that I'm jeopardizing everything. And my first partial was around here again, around this level here. So I knew in advance, and as I was saying to you, it was automatic orders. Okay, so I put more size. I love to use the 9 EMA because a lot of time when the stock is far away from the VWAP, it gives me a good sense of understanding. And around this level here, there was a small retracement, but definitely you could see that volume is coming. A little bit above 12, I actually add, and I basically raise my stop around here. And you could see it on the 15, but basically there was no reason to take some profit. But what I did, because it was Friday, and I learned the spreads, and again, this is 1480, if you remember. Just a second, where was it? Yeah, that's the highest resistance here, 1480. So what I did, I actually put automatic orders, and the high here I think was 1470 something. So I think I put 15 cents under or something like this, because of the spread, all out. So basically, it killed me to see what happened, but remember we were talking about stick to the plan. And in 15 minutes, just poetry. Just let it go. Again, all time I love to see what happened on, the sectors, and I have kind of a nice thing that I can see the developing, which sector is strong. If I'm in the right sector, if the market supports me, like in the DKS, definitely it'll help me. Main focus going forward, trading your best setups is the way to growth, guys. That's the only way, not just grabbing everything that somebody's giving you. Great trades need to be planned in advance. Sizing the right trade, and that was the key here, the sizing, is important variable in the trade plan. That means that on those trades, I think I put 30% of my daily risk on those. In SIGA, I think I did more because I actually added. And definitely you need to stick to the plan. Using automatic order is part of the plan, decision in advance. This is something I know because I know when I'm trading those kind of things, a lot of things come to my mind, and I know that the easiest way to avoid them is put in automatic orders and, of course, let it grow. Shoot for the moon, guys. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. Norman Vincent's Peale. And again, guys, we need to crush our limited beliefs. That's the reason why we are doing this. This is why we are trading. Because if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you.